Why are you assaulting me? I'm being assaulted. Assault! 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 Rape! Rape! Rape!
Sheriff's office! He's down! Bleeding. Where you at? In the chest. Where in the chest? Where in the chest? Right here.
Until this vicious attack, the officers had no idea that the psychopath had lured them into his house of horrors.
Doc, can you hear me? Doc, can you hear me?
Hey, I'm going! Cover me! Shots fired! Cover me! Go, one down!
This individual fired so many rounds so rapidly at us.
The cops were left with no way to escape, but the terror had just begun.
300 out. We've got 3 officers hit. 1 down. 2 injured minor. Person was shot with a gun inside the apartment.
On December the 31st, 2017, at 5:15 a.m. Deadly scene. Douglas County, Colorado, police received a disturbing 911 call from 37-year-old Matthew Edward Reel, starting what would become one of the most terrifying cases of their lives.
Admiral Williams, the address of your emergency.
I need to file a restraining order, emergency restraining order against my domestic partner.
Has this been physical?
Okay, but yes.
All right,
Did you
sir,
last time? Yes, okay. He came at me, and the deputies were here, and I'm really worried. They didn't even arrest him, and he's pushed me around before, and I told them.
Well, my deputies are headed your way right now to talk to you about getting an emergency restraining order.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
As deputies Davis and Zach Parrish arrived at the scene, unaware of the horror they were walking into, something strange immediately caught their attention.
Hanging out a bedroom window was a blanket, so that was odd. And also we noticed there were a lot of items that had been thrown off of the balcony.
This scene quickly put them on high alert, and with Deputy Michael Doyle, they moved straight toward the apartment.
Hey, Matt, it's Zach. Matt, it's Zach. It's Zach. I'm at the sheriff's office right here, man.
In?
Yes, we can talk out here.
There you go.
All right, let's go.
What's up?
Are you okay?
Yeah, well, I want to file a domestic restraining order against my domestic partner.
Okay.
Okay.
As the door opened, Matthew was already recording them, and without much warning, things quickly turned into a confrontation.
I just feel like you're really upset. I'm not
Well,
really
I
sure
am,
what's
because
going
I was
on.
assaulted and you didn't help me
Who assaulted you?
tonight.
Do you want me to give you a number you can call for the Douglas County Civil Division?
I called him already and I said I wanted to file a domestic restraining order immediately.
Well,
Did you not get that message?
Just... Okay, we're gonna take him.
Okay.
We're gonna take him. For him one. Back off this door in case he does get a gun. That way I can get in a better position.
Okay.
Sensing the danger, the deputies backed away from the apartment and contacted Matthew's roommate at work, asking him to bring the keys so they could gain entry. As the urgency escalated, more deputies arrived unaware of what might happen.
We'd have one deputy with a lethal force option, so they had a handgun. Another deputy would have a less lethal force option, which is a taser, and then 2 of us would go hands-on.
The deputies attempted to unlock the horrific shooting door, but it was barricaded with several items grabbing their shield. They forced it open with all their strength.
Sorry, Matt. I got time, guys. Okay. Matthew, come out!
Matt, come out. Yep. Matt, come out of the room now.
And just like that, the game of horror began.
Open the door. Sheriff's office! He's down! Hey, I'm going! Cover me! Cover me! Sheriff's office! Get out! Get out! I'm in the arm and the leg. We've got 3 officers hit. Where you hit? Where you hit?
This individual fired so many rounds so rapidly at us.
Everything was happening in a blur so fast that they didn't even have a chance to fire back or defend themselves. But then in the chaos, a chilling realization set in.
And the last thing I saw as we retreated out the front door of the apartment was Deputy Taylor going back deeper into the apartment. And then we got out to the landing, and Doyle said that Zach's down, and he's got to go back and get him.
Down! Hey, I'm going! Cover me! Cross fire! Cover me! Go, one down!
Zach say, I'm shot, I'm bleeding out.
I'm going! Cover me! Cross fire! Cover me!
And so I look to my left and I see Zach's down. My first thought is, my friend's down, I need to go get him. So I started crawling, or I grabbed his, I believe it was his right boot, and I just pulled as hard as I could. I moved him probably 2-3 feet. That's when the next volley of rounds started coming out.
But with a heavy gunfire, they were forced to leave without being able to bring deputies Davis and Zach with them to safety.
300 out, we've got 3 officers hit! 1 down! 2 injured minor! Person was shot with a gun inside the apartment still. Alright, guys. Where's Davis?
I'll see you. She's inside with them.
I was worried about Jeff because he had gotten shot in the chest, and Deputy Doyle was helping him out.
Bleeding. Where you at? In the chest. Where in the chest? Where in the chest? Right here.
The situation had already escalated to the worst, with Deputy Zach now trapped inside the hellish house, face to face with the shooter.
I knew I couldn't get back to the front door. So I pushed further back into the apartment. I saw a window. I basically just shoved my palm through the window. And then at that point, I just jumped.
I'm hit! I'm hit!
Meanwhile, outside, Deputy Doyle was trying to help his fellow officer with his injuries.
The bullet entered just over my vest, just under my armpit.
I saw the blood coming out of my sleeves. I'm like, okay, I got shot. But then after that, my whole attention is on Jeff at that point.
You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Stay with me, Kelly. Out of there. Stay with me.
Yeah.
The Sarge started administering aid to me. I was administering aid to Jeff.
Right on my back, right.
At that point, that's when I could tell I'm not good. Like my lungs collapsed, I was gargling blood.
I'm shot in the arm and the leg, Sarge.
I need SWAT right now. I need medical. Hey, we gotta get our guys out of there.
I need a tourniquet on my left arm.
All right.
You're gonna be all right. I am.
Yeah.
You okay? Shoot up.
Get out of here!
But then the gunfire erupted again, and things kept getting worse with every passing second.
Blue, coming around!
I started yelling blue, blue, blue to indicate that it was me, that I was not a threat to them as I was coming around the corner.
Blue! Coming around! Blue! Blue! I'm hit! I don't know where, I don't know how much. Who's Parrish?
Parrish still in there.
Parrish is still in there.
And that's when, my heart really sank. It just really broke my heart to know Zach was still in there.
Stay with me, Pelly. You're all right. You're okay.
Hey, Pelly. We got you. I got you. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We got you.
But then the gunfire erupted again, and things kept getting worse with every passing second. Though the ambulance showed up just in time.
Okay, back to my truck. We got you.
I'm here with you. Okay.
Ready? Ready?
Yeah, go.
You see cops in here. Where? Yeah!
Due to the dire situation, they weren't allowed to enter back at the scene. Deputy Davis was the only one left behind, fighting and trying to handle everything on her own.
I was pretty much completely by myself. That's a very lonely feeling. And all I have is just my handgun, and if he comes out and wants to start engaging with me, I'm in a very bad position right now.
Who's coming up behind me?
I didn't want to turn and look because if Matthew were to come out of the front of the apartment, I don't want to be vulnerable looking behind me.
Right behind you.
Okay. Layman.
How you doing? Where you at?
I don't know.
Okay. I have an officer down, shot in the arm. Bring.
But she couldn't hold on for much longer.
One shot in the arm.
Got another one shot?
Yeah, she's shot in the arm.
How did this just happen? I can't believe this just happened. It's kind of a shock. My only thought was, how do we get Zach out of this situation?
More SWAT team members quickly arrived as Deputy Zach was still inside the apartment with Matthew, and no one knew what more was waiting for.
He had the door barricaded, the main door.
Got the door barricaded?
We blew through that, we kicked through it. As soon as you come in, the hallway to the right, that's his bedroom, that's where he is.
Zach, can you hear me? Zach, can you hear me?
Let's go back. Come on.
Our officer's down inside. He's got a radio.
He's got Parrish's radio.
That despite a battalion of well-trained crime scene police officers at the crime scene, Matthew was out of control. Deputies quickly realized that he had access to CCTV cameras, which allowed him to track their every move, leaving them no chance to strategize to make matters worse. He'd somehow gained control of Deputy Parrish's two-way radio, and therefore knew their tactics before they could act.
We knew that we had to stop that communication because he could figure out where we were and target us.
Parrish, can you hear me?
Well, 309, I'm not getting any answers from our deputy. I can hear his radio inside. I can hear the suspect reloading.
Every rescue plan they came up with was shut down. Even before it began, Matthew always seemed to be a step ahead.
Knowing that he was in a position of tactical advantage, knowing that we were having to fight up some stairs, and knowing that he had some type of surveillance, our only avenue was pretty much cut off.
Parrish!
So we had to think of something different in order to get to Zach.
After multiple gunfire exchanges and failed attempts, the chase to stop Matthew continued. Deputies were exhausted, but the real question wasn't how to stop him, but why he'd started all this in the first place. The answer lay in the 911 call he made a few hours earlier.
911, what is the address of the emergency?
Douglas County, Colorado.
Alrighty, what's going on there?
This guy invited me to his house. He was like kind of like move in, and that he like totally freaked out on me. And he kept coming at me, and I put a laser in his eye because I appeared for my health and my safety. Like he was at me.
And what was your name?
My name is Matthew Real.
Alrighty, and just one more question for you. Do you know if there's any weapons in the home at all?
Yes, I do have some weapons. I own firearms. Like I'm not here to hurt anybody, but yes, I do have firearms.
Okay. Alrighty, Matthew. So I have 3 deputies headed out that way. We're going to come contact you guys and just kind of talk to both of you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Concerned about his safety, deputies rushed to the scene anticipating that the situation could escalate into something even more dangerous.
Yeah, hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
What's going on tonight?
Yeah, well, my roommate freaked out on me and came at me. I even like put a laser in his face, and like I'm surprised he didn't go and call the police or go to the hospital.
Stay where you're at right there, sir, for me. Why don't you come out here with this guy right here?
So why did the police get called out here?
I called them.
Then why are we out here tonight? What's going on?
Because he's going crazy.
Okay.
He came at me.
So when I asked
in
you...
my room. I'm trying to explain to you, and you're not listening. Why aren't you listening?
The moment deputies stepped into the scene, they noticed something odd, Matthew's unsettling behavior, instead of helping them piece together what had happened. He continued arguing with them while offering no helpful information.
Go ahead and step down the stairs. Let's go.
No, I want to
stairs. Let's go.
Behavior didn't seem right. He's kind of antagonistic. It's rare to have somebody call us to show up and then not cooperate with simple things like, who are you? What are we doing out here? Why did you call?
No, when I asked you what's going on tonight and you said nothing.
Nothing. I was doing nothing. That was the plan.
No, I didn't ask what you were doing. I said, what is going on
you said,
tonight?
What's going on? I thought nothing was going on.
Then why did the cops get called out here?
Because I called them.
Okay, so why did you call the cops?
Because he came at me. And I
So
had to laser
that's
him. I was
what's
worried
going
about
on.
his safety.
That's
I was
what's
worried about his
going
safety.
on.
Yes, okay, you got me. You got me.
Meanwhile, Deputy Parrish briefly mentioned Matthew's roommate regarding the accusations Matthew had made against him.
Okay. So, what's he upset about?
I was asking him, what time is it?
Okay.
What time is it?
Okay.
And he freaked out.
According to the roommate, it had all begun with a seemingly harmless question that had somehow set off Matthew. He hadn't even finished speaking when Officer Parrish heard Matthew calling out for help.
Why are you assaulting me? I'm being assaulted. Assault, rape.
Without any delays, he rushed downstairs to assess the whole situation.
Your driver's license.
It's none of your business.
Actually, it is because you called
No,
us
I was
out
just
here.
in there. You just took me down the stairs. I'm gonna go back upstairs.
Stay right there.
Whoa. Why are you assaulting me? I'm being
right
assaulted. Assault, rape.
Now keep your mouth shut and stay where I tell you to, because right now you're the only one making a disturbance. What's your name and date of birth?
Matthew Edward Real. September 9th, 1980.
Given the unsettling nature of Matthew's claims, deputies grew concerned about his mental health. Though the domestic angle seemed unlikely, they spoke to both him and his roommate, hoping to uncover the truth behind what went wrong.
What's your first name again?
Matthew.
Matthew. Zach, good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Are you
Appreciate
okay?
it. Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm worried about him. Like, he needs an ambulance. Like, I'm afraid I lased him in the face.
Was it a laser or a taser?
No, a laser.
Okay.
And what's your guys' relationship?
Nothing. He used to work at Walmart. And I was looking for a roommate.
Okay.
Don't tell me you tried to call it a domestic relationship.
100% what he tried calling it.
No. I'll get a Bible and put my hand on it. No.
So he's saying he shined a laser in your face, but it was a mag light, like flashlight?
I'm assuming that. Okay. Because he was holding it like this and flipping it back and forth, so I don't know for sure.
Okay. There's no marks or bruising on either party that we can see. There's nothing broken inside of the house. There's no crime alleged. There's no crime occurred. You're physically fine. So we really had no legal action at that point.
Talking to his roommate, the deputies' suspicions only deepened. They couldn't shake off the feeling that something about Matthew wasn't right. Hoping to confirm their doubts, they ran a background check on him. However, what they found wasn't just unsettling. It revealed a far darker past than anyone had imagined.
The person who called in, who's a war veteran, had been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder and had access to weapons.
I deal with a lot of folks who have PTSD and that kind of thing, and it doesn't change necessarily what I'm going to do. It's just that I might have to deal with somebody who has some mental health issues.
From the start, deputies sensed that Matthew's behavior wasn't normal, but only after recovering his traumatic mental health. History did things begin to make sense. His erratic actions were shaped by psychopathic tendencies, developed during the Iraq War.
He was doing all kinds of things that were clearly indicative of a mental health crisis.
Are you okay?
Yeah, well,
He was not able to make rational decisions just based upon the things that he was doing.
I said I wanted to file a domestic restraining order immediately. Did you not get that message?
And that's when Zach made the decision. We're going to take him on an M1 hold.
Further into the investigation, they discovered some YouTube videos made by Matthew targeting the deputies, which not only solidified their concerns, but were extremely alarming.
Using his radar gun with a laser aiming point on top. See, you heard the beep beep? Shut the red car passing. Now he's got the gun up, points it back at my car. That's already parked though, right? We're both already parked. Now he gets out and starts harassing me. This cop needs to get fired now. I'm just here to inform you, this department is run by a pimp. This particular deputy is a pimp in the field, and I'm Matt Real, running for libertarian candidate of Anyway, I flub every once in a while, but we all do. And you know who's gonna flub big time next election? Spurlock. He's a...
However, that didn't justify putting everyone around him in danger. No one could have predicted that a routine 911 call would spiral into a deadly shooting. At this point, the deputies had one priority: getting Deputy.